Whilst I was in Japan last year, I was lucky enough to see The Red Turtle during its theatrical run. Whilst the rest of the country was filling up each and every screen showing your name and making it the record-breaking smash hit it quickly became, I sat in a quiet and nearly empty cinema on top of a skyscraper in the middle of Tokyo and took in a Studio Ghibli film like no other. In many ways, The Red Turtle is Studio Ghibli's bastard. Released in the wake of Hayao Miyazaki's tumultuous departure, where the studio was struggling to decide on a direction going forwards without their leading visionary, this might make sense, but it has nothing to do with The Red Turtle's diverse DNA. Sired with a foreign director and partnered with Studio Wild Bunch gave the film a distinctly un-Ghibli feel, and thanks to director Michael de Dr. Witt's striking vision, the film doesn't even carry Ghibli's instantly identifiable visual style either. But it's exactly because of this film's strange lineage that makes it feel special. Miyazaki himself obviously thought so too, as before he retired he personally requested Dr. Witt and Ghibli team up together and work on a project after seeing his short film Father and Daughter, which, by the way, shares a bunch of thematic and visual parallels to The Red Turtle. The Red Turtle is a film told in broad strokes, both narratively and aesthetically. Dr. Witt delights in painting outlines for the audience to fill in. The simple line work, static backgrounds and uncluttered visuals means that the wonderfully animated and expressive characters pop off the screen, and that's good. This is a character study through and through, with the backdrop of a desert island devolving into set dressing. In many films where a character is marooned, the desert island, which can be anything ranging from a pod in space, a tight rock formation, or an actual desert island, is a character in and of itself. Here it is just framing, and its set of increasingly familiar locales becomes less like the prison it symbolises and more like sets of a stage play. There's no shortage of depth here from a narrative standpoint, but you're going to have to work for it. Oftentimes art house films feel obtuse for the sake of it, but with The Red Turtle I truly believe there's something special under the surface, something I began to really appreciate on repeat viewings nearly a year later. Themes such as finding happiness where you are and learning to let go of emotional flotsam are surface level, but are anchored with core ideas such as loneliness and companionship, guilt and forgiveness, compromise and trust, and of course, man's relationship with nature. Every single one of these beats is explored in my favourite sequence of the movie, about halfway through the film. If you want to avoid these spoilers, hit the link in the description to take you to my final thoughts. A quick recap. After killing the red turtle that appears to be keeping our protagonist prisoner on the island, the corpse turns into the body of a beautiful woman, one who wakes up and builds a relationship with him from afar. When she's finally ready to meet him, she sends the broken shell of her turtle form out to sea, letting go of it and the physical trauma he enacted upon her. Our lead likewise lets go of his raft and any hope of returning home. They finally meet underwater in a beautiful scene and return to the surface to eat and, one would assume, communicate, though the entire film is told wordlessly. In the movie's best moment, this happens. It's a truly powerful little bit of cinema, thoughtfully constructed and told with our characters' simple faces speaking volumes with only the slightest movements. Much like the rest of the movie, it's quiet, understated, and universally applicable. Our protagonist's life on the island and the relationships he cultivates are interesting enough and beautifully explored. I struggle to get along with a lot of abstract cinema because I don't like not understanding something, but The Red Turtle speaks a wordless language that left me full. The film works as a film first, and a canvas for metaphorical expression only for those who seek it. Upon revisiting the film this week, my understanding of the Red Turtle deepened and became more personal, though I wouldn't be surprised if the narrative gaps I filled in were completely off base or unique. The film expands organically to allow creativity on the viewer's part without stifling anyone's interpretation, and that's a fascinating thing. The Red Turtle felt special when I saw it. Sitting in an empty theatre surrounded on both sides by sleeping friends who were struggling with jet lag, it was an alien and somewhat solitary experience, one that captured the loneliness that the Red Turtle often presents, but also the beauty that came with that. Much like the main character and the island he gets marooned on, I felt a little alone and lost on an island country far from home. The Red Turtle isn't a Ghibli film, not truthfully. This feeling is even addressed with an off-brand colouring of their logo that precedes the film, almost as a warning to viewers that they're in for something entirely different. It's a bastard with questionable parentage, but it deserves to go down as one of the greats regardless, and Dr. Witt's best work to date. As always, thanks for watching. Whilst I finished putting this video together, I hit 100 subscribers, which might seem like small potatoes in YouTube terms, but to me it's bloody huge. I just want to thank everyone who took the time to subscribe and comment on my channel. I hope you'll enjoy what's to come and stick with me as I improve. If you don't want to sub, however, and instead want to encourage others to unsubscribe, hit the like button to let them know how you feel, and I'm sure they'll take that on board.